Good morning, guys. We're going to be watching some football here very shortly. But in the meantime, I'm going to make some macaroni salad and potato salad. It looks like the water's already boiling. I only want to make a half batch. So obviously with 3 cups of pasta, it's 1.5 cups. Yeah, let's do more than 1.5. Oh shit. By the way, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning over here, so I'm half out of it. Did I just cuss online? I'm sorry. Oh my god, they're stuck on the edges here, and if I pull this thing out, it's gonna all fall out. Okay, let's get this thing cleaned up first. Yeah, what a mess. Okay, I got a bunch of pasta here I gotta pick up, guys. Sorry. It's just in the way. Okay. Get rid of that. Oh, I gotta stir this thing before it gets fixed. I'm also boiling the eggs already. Excuse me. Somehow I have some sort of morning cough, although I'm not a smoker. I think it has to do with my acid reflux. It causes me to get a little bit of morning cough. Sorry about that. Okay, potato salad. We're gonna use red onion. I was looking for red potatoes, but they didn't have them at the market I go to. It's kind of basically hit and miss. So they didn't have the red potatoes. So I ended up going with the just the regular russet potatoes. So that'll be perfectly fine. Then I'm gonna kind of go all out on this potato salad. We're gonna use basically the kitchen sink. I forgot to buy celery, so we're gonna have to use water chestnuts. Then I have mayo, sour cream, apple cider vinegar, Dijon mustard, regular mustard, sweet relish, salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, bay seasoning, chicken seasoning, smoked paprika, pinch of salt, sugar, chopped eggs, and Old Bay seasoning, and garnished with green onions and sliced boiled eggs. So that tells you right away, wow, I have a lot of ingredients. I gotta look to see how long I'm supposed to cook this pasta for. $10 minutes. And I forgot to set the timer, of course. But I got the clock here. Tells me exactly how long I've been talking to you guys. We've been online for 5 minutes. I put the pasta in about a minute after I talked to you, so we probably have another 6 minutes maybe. What do you think, guys? 6 more minutes? Yeah. I also got the Instapot set up. Oh yeah, you guys didn't see the Instapot, so purchased the Instapot. So I got this going. The warm function is already on. This thing's been going on for 10 minutes. It's gonna ding for a second. Let it sit there, steam for a little bit. I'm probably going to cut open one of the eggs early because I have a, I don't know about a feeling, but I'm just not sure if it's quite ready yet. I'll let it sit for 5 minutes after it's been steaming. But, what is it? Heat 5 minutes, steam 5 minutes, and sit 5 minutes. I don't know. Something like that, but 5-5-5 rule for the eggs. But, been steaming for about 5 minutes, a little less than 5 minutes so far. We'll let that thing ding and then go from there. So I'm gonna make the eggs. So initially, I was going to go ahead and make all the dressing crap separately in a separate smaller container and then transfer into a mixing bowl. But I think I'm just, what's the point of me ruining some extra cups and containers? I'm just going to, actually, you know, I have these inserts. I think these inserts will be perfectly fine. I'll do that, guys. So I'll put off these big things off to the side. One macaroni salad, one potato salad. And I'll show you exactly what kind of ingredients I'm using. Now the shrimp, since some people don't eat shrimp, I'm gonna have to chop up the shrimp separately, and I'm gonna do that last. So we're about 8 minutes into the cooking process of the pasta. Let's test this sucker out. Oops, it's sticking on the bottom. I like to test this pasta a little bit partway through, just because, you know, in case the timer's wrong a little bit. Yeah, this is definitely al dente. This is pretty much done right now. Yeah. I'm gonna let this cook for 30 more seconds. Okay, that's good enough. I'll pull this sucker down. should show you guys my refrigerator. It's so chaotic in there. I better not. It's just, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to tease you, but it's so chaotic in there. I gotta clean it up before I have people over tomorrow. Just because it's hard to organize in there. Okay, so the 5-5 rule, but I don't have the greatest Instapot. It was super cheap. It's a Thailand brand, Auto, and or I bought it in Thailand on Lazada. And anyways, what I'm getting at is it's cheap. It works great, but the one thing I hate is it doesn't. The timer doesn't start when it actually is working. The timer just works as it's preheating. So unless you're really watching this thing and you see the heating element switched off from preheating to on, you don't know if the timer, when to start the timer. So I think it's been a good amount of time. I'm gonna stop it and let it finish, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give it the ice bath it needs. So you gotta release the steam. Okay, that's done. It might actually be done too much. These eggs in this bowl here. Yep, you see I overcooked a couple of them in there. I can tell the way it looks. So actually I overcooked quite a few of them. So yeah. Okay, it looks like a couple of these are going to be for my breakfast. Let's find something to put them in. Whoa. This thing took so much that it came out of the shell. I don't even know if it's, I don't know. Maybe I better not eat it. I probably can't eat it, but I'm not going to eat it. So, yeah. I think setting that timer for 15 minutes and giving it that time to heat up, I think that's a little too long. It may be undercooked next time, but I'm going to do it just 10 minutes only. Now, I'm really supposed to put these in ice baths, so let's get these suckers, the water taken out, get the ice in from the ice machine. Man, my ice machine pours out ice so slow. I mean, it takes a while just to get a cup of ice, but trying to get ice into these eggs, man, it's just... Okay, there we go on that one. Let's get this one done. Yeah, a couple of these eggs are way overdone. Oh well. I bet you anything I used more than half my ice supply just from getting those eggs out of this thing. This thing does not hold very much ice. Yeah, I used, not maybe half, I used about 40%. Let's get the seasonings done here. Let's get back to work. Put these off to the side here, those will cool off. Let's get the let's get the dressings done for the macaroni salad. We'll get that done and get it out of the way. So as I said, we're going to do the shrimp last. We're gonna got to let the eggs cool down. Half a jar. I'm supposed to do half a jar of pickle relish, but that's a half a jar of 10 ounce. But, damn, I forgot all the pickles that I bought back there. Okay, we got pickle relish there. Oh, I got it here too. Which one expired first? Expired the same time. Dates on this thing. March of 2026 on that one. This one here. I can't read the date on this one. That one says 2026. We'll open up this one. Okay. So this is a 10 ounce. Yeah, this is 10 ounce. And it says I'm supposed to use half a 10 ounce. So 5 ounces for a whole order. But because I'm only making a half order to begin with, we're not using that much. But I'm going to use a little bit more because I like pickle relish. So that'll be good enough. I mean, that is probably a little bit more than I need, but all that. Okay. Mayonnaise. I used half a jar. Don't use light mayonnaise. So we don't want to use light mayonnaise because it has a kind of off-putting flavor. And she says she uses half a jar, so the typical standard mayonnaise jar, not the extra big one, but the one that's about this size, you use about half a jar. But since I'm doing half the order, I think this amount here is probably perfectly fine. Now I'm going to give you guys a hint. When you make this, you should make it the night before. It just tastes so much better making it the night before. And then, because it allows the juices to blend in. Now the one key thing you have to keep in mind is it kind of soaks up the mayonnaise. So after you're done with the mayonnaise, or once you're done mixing it up and putting it in the refrigerator overnight, the next day you come back, it's going to look a little dry. So you're going to have to add a little bit of mayonnaise and mix it in there and get it kind of a little bit more rehydrated, kind of less dry looking. Okay, so we got the mayonnaise, sweet relish, and then we got the hard-boiled eggs we'll chop once it's cooled. And a little bit of salt and pepper. Now, normally I put that on top, but we'll just go ahead and add it now. So we got a little bit of salt, add to the mayonnaise, or I'll just put it off here on the corner. And we'll add a little bit. The hardest time opening this one. I don't know why. Okay, there's that. That's all taken care of. We're going to seal that up and put that in the fridge. Come on, guys. Yeah, the saran wrap here in Thailand is a lot stickier, but then you mess it up from the beginning. you're gonna sit there and fumble around with it. You probably aren't going to actually be able to unravel it, and you're just going to have to start over. It's good and bad. It's nice that it's stickier than back in the States, but then when you mess it up, there's no more than half the time you can't save it. Okay, now let's work on the extra duty fancy deluxe version of this potato salad. Now typically you're supposed to cook those potatoes in a little bit more water with a chicken bouillon cube. I forgot to do that actually. Actually, you know what? I haven't done the potatoes, so let's just do the potatoes and I'll do it right then. Okay, let's get a pot somewhere. Okay, I gotta go get the potatoes out of my room. Debating whether or not to use the food presser to make the potato salad. I don't know. It's pretty uniform. It's a little goofy way of doing it. We'll do one and see what happens. Some eyes are starting to show up on my potatoes. Not a big fan of that, but now I wasn't planning on taking the skin off of some of these potatoes, but I like to kind of take off the eyes. They're starting to pop up too much. That one's done. This one I'll just rinse. Yeah, if you guys feel like scrubbing your potatoes, you're welcome to do that. I don't really I don't bother with the scrubbing of the potatoes. I got other things like that are a little more important. This one has a few more extra eyes than I like, so these ones I'll definitely be cutting off. Okay, that's perfect. That's enough water for the, I'm using clean water, filtered water. Get this thing boiling nice and hot. Before I forget, let's add a touch of salt. Let's add the bouillon cube before I forget. Someone called me. Sorry guys, I gotta check my phone messages. Make sure it's not a work thing. Yeah. Okay. God, I got enough eyes on this potato. You know, I should have done a better job when I went to the store and bought these. I'll tell you, this weather here in Thailand just does weird stuff to food here that you don't normally used to in other places. Especially for me, you know, for me being in Seattle. Shit, I almost cut myself. Did I cut myself? Nope, I didn't cut myself. Man, dangerous as hell. Man, I talked about gouging myself pretty good there. I'm lucky I didn't hurt myself. Okay. Check out this knife I bought for like $1.50. And it's called a Com brand product of Thailand. You can tell from the lightweight nature, it's cheap. The handle is cheap. But the one thing is they make this knife, the blade itself, very, very sharp from the beginning. So when you buy this sucker, you end up getting a nice little, I mean, it cuts so smooth right now. It's amazing. Now, granted, in a month to 2 months, I'm sure this blade will get really dull. And then on top of that, because the blade is so thin to begin with, I'm pretty sure if you try to sharpen it, it'll suck. But for now, man, it's pretty awesome. You know what? I like these potatoes, the size they're coming out. I sliced them about, they're not quite an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. And then I'm using the food presser thing here, and it's getting it into uniform shapes. I kind of like this. I think I'm going to stick with this. And then we'll boil the chips, the potatoes. And then it'll cook faster because it's thinner. Yeah, I like this. I like the way those happen. Perfect. Okay, my little potato thing is pretty full already. That tells you how many potatoes I already have. Wow. They look great too on top of that. I think that's how I'm going to make my potato salad from now. Look at those nice uniform pieces. You know, this is a perfect way for me to make skillet potatoes. I think I'm going to make skillet potatoes on, so I got a football game watching show for when the Seahawks and Detroit play. There's another team playing too. I think there's 2 games that day. But anyways, we're going to have a viewing party here, and it's like friggin', I don't know, 6:30 in the morning or whatever it is. And so I'm going to have everybody over for breakfast. I'm making an English breakfast, but I have real hash browns I'm making. But I think I'm going to make some of these skillet potatoes and fry them up. That'll be great. Cut this in half, it's too thick. Oop, that was a little thick. Yep, you want to cut these as uniform as possible. That one's thin too. Because what's going to happen is eventually these potatoes are going to cook unevenly if you don't cut them all the same size. Like this one here is so thick. Split that in half. It's amazing how many potatoes I have here. It didn't look like I had a lot, but obviously I do. You see, this thing is already full. Yeah, this is a lot of, I'm going to have a lot of potato salad basically. I mean, I haven't even added the eggs yet. Look how much potatoes I have. You know what? I'm not going to cook these last 2. Because I already have a lot of potatoes. I don't like putting potatoes in the refrigerator, so I'm going to put this back in my room where it's a little bit air conditioned. Okay, the water is about to begin boiling there. So in case you guys are wondering what this contraption is, you know, it's that food processor thing. Now, I used the blender and the chopper machines food processor a lot. But there's times where it just blends too much or chops uneven, and then there's a separation, not a separation between it being chopped and it's just being, you know, pureed. And so I find that this machine really does the uniform shape I really want when I really want it. And it has different size measurements. It has slicers and everything else. So I think when I'm trying to do something like this and I'm too lazy to do it by hand, I think this is the route I'm going to go. So the water's boiling. Keep on losing my wooden spatula for some reason. I'm not sure exactly where the heck that one went. I'm not so organized this morning. Sorry, guys. Oh yeah, guys, I got the flat grill. Perfectly fits this side of the sink. That way I can kind of go back and forth here. Using it, I bought it mostly to cook bacon, hash browns, and fried egg. So let's get this in here. I don't know how long it's going to take. Anybody know? Somebody write that down on the message thing. Yeah, it's amazing how quickly those potatoes, the volume was so big. I mean, I only have 5, 6, maybe 6 people coming over tomorrow, so I don't need that much potato salad because not everybody's going to eat it. It's amazing when you get something and you think, okay, I need 6 portion sizes, plus maybe you need a couple extra in case somebody eats like a double portion. Really the opposite. You have 6 people coming over and you think somebody's going to eat a double portion. Maybe there is, but you're definitely going to get a couple guys who aren't going to eat it at all. You know, maybe they're carnivores or they're watching their carbs. They're on a keto diet, which is not going to be good for the breakfast thing. But anyways, I'm having people over to eat KFC, eat Texas chicken tomorrow because all the Texas chickens, I have one downstairs, all the Texas chickens are going to close here in Thailand. You know, I guess they couldn't make it. And so they're going to be closing at the end of the month. So we're having a little Texas chicken feast tomorrow. And I figured with Texas chicken, might as well have bean casserole, potato salad, macaroni salad, and I'm going to have scallop potatoes, mashed potatoes, and I'm going to have gravy. Well, the eggs look great. I didn't put this one in the refrigerator. I put the other one in the refrigerator. I'm sure, or did I? No, I didn't put any of them in the refrigerator, actually. Yeah, these eggs are really cold now. Having my Red Bull, sugar-free Red Bull. I think this is sugar-free. I hope it's sugar-free. Yeah, 0 sugar. So I'm drinking a blueberry grape Red Bull, sugar-free. Must be a lot of sucrose or something in this because it's for something sugar-free. It's pretty freaking sweet. You know what's amazing about Thailand is Thai people love sweet stuff. Like I made my apple turnovers, you know, those little pinwheel things. And those things are sweet. And Thai people told me, oh, they like it, but it was a little bit, need to be more sweet. I was like, man, Thai people make their dessert so sweet. I think, like, I like mango and sticky rice just like anybody else does. But typically, I can't eat that much of it because it's usually too sweet. And so I think, yeah, Thai people just eat stuff that are just too on the sweet side. And like when a Thai person like samples some of my stuff, or I'm sharing like my coffee or something, they take a sip of my coffee at the office or something, they're like, whoa, you need some sugar. I was like, man, it's already sweet enough. And usually like when I get Starbucks and they ask us like what sweetness level I want, I ask for the lowest amount. But if you say like the regular, oh, it's way too sweet for me. And then even if you're at the halfway point, I think a lot of times if you go to a coffee shop and they ask you like, do you want the regular sweet, half sweet, or no sweet? If you take the half sweet, it's gonna still be a little bit too, for me at least, it's a little bit too sweet still. And so that tells you how sweet stuff here in Thailand is. I gotta watch those potatoes because I don't want to overcook them. Honestly, with potato salad, I don't want mushy potatoes. And to honestly tell you, I know some people don't like al dente, and I don't want my potato salad to be al dente, but I want it just barely to the point where maybe you get a few of them in there that have a little bit of, I don't know if it's called crispiness, but it's, you know, not so al dente, but it's like not fully mushy yet. Okay, I need 4 eggs for that. The potato salad, I'm gonna need more eggs. 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 eggs there. The macaroni salad takes 4 eggs. God, I think this thing looks so dirty. Oh, I put potatoes in there, that's why. Okay. I got a new mixing bowl, the flat top. This is where I use to make my bread. I like those mixing bowls there, but they're, you know, they're oval shaped, so I like the fact that these ones are okay, I'm supposed to use 4 eggs. It says 4 eggs. I think I got an extra egg. Do I have an extra egg? Look at this. 2, 4, 5. How many do I need for the potato salad? Okay, I think I have enough eggs, so we're okay. We'll use these 5 eggs. Okay. You know, I probably should have used a bigger cutting board, really. But it's alright. Yeah, these eggs are definitely cooked through. The timing wasn't bad. Sometimes you can tell when they're really, really well done. I think I honestly, all said and done, the 15 minutes is probably a little bit too much. I think next time, 10 minutes is probably not enough. I think next time I'll hover it between the 15-minute timer and the 10-minute timer, so we'll go about 12 and a half. So I think that's the route I'll go next time. If I remember, that is. Yeah, this is why I should use a bigger, yeah, I really should have used a bigger cutting board. This is making it really tough to not make a mess. Okay, let's check out these potatoes, guys. Who's been watching the timer, seeing how long he's been cooking? Feels hard. These feels still hard. Yeah, they're still hard. But they're getting there. Okay, I already did the relish and I did the look at all the dressing crap. Yeah, I was gonna make the dressing for the potato salad. I haven't got around to that yet, guys. We'll just make that live. I might actually add some more relish to this, to tell you the truth, guys. You know, guys, I think I need to drain this. I get lazy a lot of times and drain this pasta by freehand, but really I need to use this thing here. Yeah, I always have a lot of macaroni salad left over, so I was like, you know what? Instead of just giving a bunch away, I don't mind giving it away. I just think there's just so much I have to get rid of. Like, just make half order better. So there's that. Got a bunch of pasta that's stuck on the bottom. As you know, I didn't stir the thing very well at times. Now, because I have two people who can't have shrimp, actually, you know what? This looks perfect. Actually, that looks really good. Add a little more salt. Oops. You know what? I'm going to use cracked pepper. I like cracked pepper. Put a lid to this thing. I hate this thing. Yeah, cracked pepper here. It looks so much better. Okay, so that's done. We'll go ahead and this clean. I can't remember. Yeah, this is clean. So we'll put this in here for numbnuts, the two guys. I think this is done. Don't want to overcook it. Where's the thing at? See, I forgot the. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I like it to cook that at that level. this hot? I don't know. Maybe not the best way to test it out. Get some cold water poured on there. Stop the cooking process. Make sure I turn off the heat. This thing's really hot still. God damn, I spilled some potatoes on. Better pick those up before I step on them and smash them all over into the ground. Ugh. Okay, potatoes are done. I'm going to put them in the fridge, cool down a little bit more. Man, I got to clean out that fridge. This one's done. That's Danny's and Peter's because we can't have shrimp. The reason I'm doing this big old thing for so little is I gotta mix more mayo in there tomorrow because it's gonna soak up the juices. This one here I can add the shrimp, but let me, in the meantime, until I get that shrimp chopped up, let's get this in the refrigerator. So I got the shrimp. You guys were, if you were with me at Fred at 7-Eleven, you know that shrimp was like, I don't know what it was, 50 baht, 55 baht, something like that for a package. So 110 baht, we'll say. 110 baht, that's, we'll say $3 for 2 packages. Which is like buying a can of, it's like buying a can of shrimp. Okay. This thing has a little peel thing over here, but my hands are all soaking wet. So get the prawns there, and then I'm going to chop these suckers up. Have the tails on them. I'm going to take the tails off. Tails off. Tails off. Tails off. Tails off. Okay guys, let's chop these suckers up finally, and then we'll add them to our macaroni. Did I forget anything in the ingredients? I should double check this. Yep, I got the eggs, I got the shrimp, I got the pasta of course, then I got the relish, salt and pepper. That's all it needs. Pretty simple recipe, right guys? Macaroni, and I use, I don't use that elbow macaroni or I forgot the other ones that are thin. I use the really thinner ones, the smaller pieces called ditalini. That one. So I buy that one because it's, the pastas, I like it smaller like that. I don't like that elbow macaroni and stuff. It's just too big. Now these have been deveined, but one of them looked like had a little vein or something in it. Man, not gonna kill anybody. So let's go ahead and get that mixed up in the macaroni. Same situation. Okay, use the cracked pepper. Turned out pretty good the last time, so we'll do that same thing. I think I put a little salt in here already, but we'll just add a touch more. We'll taste it tomorrow. I mean, we could taste it today, but I just find it almost better to just taste it the next day and see how the mixture works. And then another bowl. I hate using multiple containers, so I just use one. That way I use a bigger one, so that way I don't have to remix in a separate container and ship it out. I'm not trying to win a beauty contest here. Plus I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow and remix this anyways and add more mayo. So using a bigger container will allow me to do that without dirtying up another container. Okay, that one's done. Okay, who's messaging me now? Okay, where am I at now? Okay, let's get this potato salad recipe put together. Oh, red onion. I don't need a full red onion, so. This thing is so wet. Okay. Yeah, this knife is really cutting good. I love it actually. Yeah, I like to chop my onions pretty fine when it comes to things like potato salad. People don't need to be sitting there chomping on big old slices. Should have used a bigger cutting board. Oh well. Okay, that's done. The onions everywhere. 1 cup of mayo. Now this is going to be subjective because the recipe my aunt gave me for this high-tech deluxe, I always call it the deluxe potato salad recipe. She gave me measurements for all the dressing stuff, but didn't tell me like how many potatoes I'm supposed to use, like how many cups of potatoes are in the actual recipe. So I got the amount for the dressing, not for the potatoes. So I'll make this dressing first and add the potatoes as I go along. I'm afraid like if I add too much potatoes, then it's gonna end up not having enough flavor. So I'm gonna try to be on the cautionary side and not make it as, you know what? I think it's better if I was gonna put less potatoes and put all the dressing in there. I think I'm gonna take some of the dressing out and keep it a little bit wet and see what happens. Now the one thing I have going for me is I have water chestnuts. And I can always add more juice of the water chestnuts. So I'm gonna save the juice out of here. And if I need to use that as my base to get it watery, I'll do that. Whew. Yeah, because I don't have any celery in here. Normally people don't message me unless it's a work thing, you know, because it's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning now. People usually don't message me this early unless it's work related. Because everybody else I know around here sleeps in so goddamn late. Jesus. Okay, the mayo's there. Ooh, sour cream. 1/4 cup. That amount is 1/4 cup. Actually, if without looking at that, I probably would have added more than a 1/4 cup without knowing any better. So that's more than a fourth of a cup. So that's good enough. Then I need 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. So, lucky for me, I have apple cider vinegar. But man, every single time I need an apple cider vinegar for my recipes, I gotta open up a brand new apple cider vinegar for 1 tablespoon. I mean, it's just, I don't know how long this stuff lasts for. It'll probably last forever, but still. Every time I leave out of town, I dump those anyways, so it's crazy. So I got the apple cider vinegar. Now I need 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. So there's a separation between regular mustard and Dijon mustard. So I need Dijon mustard, regular mustard. Oh, I didn't even open this yet. Okay. 1 tablespoon. Yeah, maybe that's a little more. 2 tablespoons of regular mustard. Normally, if I was in America, I'd use that regular American mustard, but we're going to use the Coleman mustard. 2 tablespoons. 1, oh, that one's not enough. That was definitely not 1 tablespoon. That, 2. There we go. Man, the deluxe version of this potato salad, man, takes many, many ingredients. We don't already have this crap in the refrigerator, man. You have to go out and buy all this stuff. Ridiculous. 1/4 cup sweet relish. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, fridge. Yeah, I put that other refrigerator over here. I was tired of going around the bend, and I just realized, you know what? Just put it right there. What was that, 1/4 cup? We'll add a little bit more. I like relish. Okay, there's that. 1/4 cup sweet relish. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. Now, the onion powder, garlic powder. Where's the onion powder? So, unfortunately, when it comes to this portion of the recipe, there's no explanation of exactly how much of this stuff I'm supposed to do. It's not a hint, or it's not a secret. She just didn't write it down. So let's start off with a dash, a couple dashes. So this is the garlic powder. Let's see it. I got used up all the other one last time. Okay. Onion powder, or garlic powder, onion powder. This thing's not coming out. There it goes. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm not sure exactly what seasoning I'm going to add if it doesn't taste right. Salt and pepper, I said. Who knows how much of this stuff I need. I like cracked pepper, so we're going to do cracked pepper from now on. Oh, I love that. Love the way it's coming out there. Thailand, they sell a lot of pepper that's really finely done, and I hate that. Generous dab of whole base seasoning. What is a generous dab? Please tell me. I don't know what a generous dab. Okay. Smoked paprika. Pinch of sugar. What's a pinch of sugar? I don't know. I stole a bunch of sugar from 7-Eleven or from Starbucks yesterday. Of course, I don't know where I put it. Did I put it in my pocket or did I put it in my backpack? I'm gonna have to figure this out before ants show up. See, I feel like this packet of sugar is too much. It's more than a pinch of sugar. So I'm only going to use half of that. I feel like it would be too much. Then I'm supposed to garnish with Old Bay seasoning, paprika, and green onions and diced and sliced sliced egg, one. I'm gonna forget all that. So we're gonna bag this up, kind of seal it a little bit. And then we're gonna put this in the refrigerator right next to the potato salad so that way I remember to garnish. So I will not garnish tomorrow. I will forget. Okay, let's mix this sucker up, see how it goes. Well, I'll tell you, the dressing looks great. Gotta mix it really good here because I added so many different combinations. Now let's add. Does not have lids on them? Yeah, one has lids. But these two other ones don't have lids. So perfect. Got a little bit of dressing I'm going to add on the side just in case this thing gets a little dry. That way and keep a little bit moist. Okay, let's add the potatoes. They're not, okay, these are definitely not al dente. They kind of moistened up. So it's good I pulled them out when I did. There's no crispiness or not a little hint of it being like there's like a little bit of crispiness in the center. No, they're all like soft. So it's a good thing I think worst case scenario I can just add more regular mayo, right? Yeah, I'm definitely not going to add any more potato. Look at this. It's like perfect consistency right now. It'll probably dry out a bit. And then, if I add the rest of this, it's going to be too much, so. Let's throw these potatoes in here. I'll save the potatoes for skillets or something else. I don't know yet right now. Maybe I could always, worst case scenario, add add more later, more potatoes later, but I doubt I'm gonna add more potatoes later based on the consistency I'm seeing right now. I mean, it looks pretty darn good, right? Let's take a look together. I think it looks pretty good. I don't think I need to add any more stuff or add any more potatoes. It's already pretty moist, and I get a feeling it's gonna be, I think it's gonna get drier before it gets mushier. Let's do a taste test here. Wow. That is the most flavorful potato salad. I like potato salad, but honestly, 9 out of 10 times I'm too lazy to make my own potato salad. I just buy the Reeser in the container, or I go to the deli section of my different grocery stores. But yeah, that's really good. You have all those ingredients and can make it that way, go for it. Honestly, if I was back home and I didn't have all these ingredients, I don't think I would have gone out and bought all the ingredients. I mean, that's a lot of work, man. I don't think this jar is gonna fit that much potato salad. Okay, let's use a deeper one. That way I don't have to sit here and deal with the madness when I have to stir tomorrow. You know, part of the reason why people say, oh, how come you have 5 spatulas and why do you have 5 spoons? Well, that's for this reason. I don't have to rinse off anything. I got plenty. If a couple are already in the dishwasher, I don't have to worry about it. I got enough backups. When I'm cooking, I don't have to stop what I'm doing. I wash something or rinse something off. Perfect. So I'll put this in the refrigerator overnight, let it sit there, work its magic. Let me take a photo. Man, I got a lot of messages. I gotta get back to work, guys. I gotta do some work first, and then I'll do okay, got that done. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. Then I'm gonna get back to work. Then I'm gonna try to watch some football. Okay, guys, I'll be back. Take care, guys.